Okay, we are back for another edition of the Astro Weather. There she is, the Astro Weather cat, little Miss Peachy. Oh, she's feeling good this morning. Yes, she is. She had her cat food. She had her little morning constitutional. Yes. Yes, indeed. Channeling the Astro Weather. How is everybody? Kind of an ominous looking thumbnail today. Feeling a little ominous in the world, the winds of war. What's the latest out there? Let's see. I got what is the latest out there in the old war world? So this is interesting as we just kind of, we're just kind of getting together right now. We're letting people, the doors open, people are still kind of walking in. So the USS Gerald Ford is out of commission for a year. This is pretty wild, man. The vessel experienced a devastating laundry fire. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of 1979. Today's star of the day, some of you have probably already figured this out, is Iran. Today is Iran's birthday. Today is the day that Iran, as we know it, became Iran. So we're going to look at the Iranian chart. And we might spend more time actually looking at that chart as a star of the day than we normally do, 10, 15 minutes, because it's probably worth dissecting. But, back in the day when we had a crisis, right? We had a hostage crisis. And that theoretically was when, we supposedly went to war with Iran. I don't know if that's true or not. Because the Reagan administration didn't seem to have much of a beef with Iran. Oh, once Reagan was elected, they let the hostages go. I've got more to say about that over on 15 Minutes today. But this is this thing with the USS Gerald Ford it's kind of troubling. I mean, it's out of commission for a fucking year. It is supposedly the most advanced aircraft carrier on the. This is just such old. I mean, it's like if you look at it, it looks old, man. It's got rust. Yeah, I don't know. It's just this seems like a really old way to fight war, right? It just seems like a really, really old way to fight war. Now you got drones and all these other fifth, sixth generational warfare armaments and strategies. Just seems like, I don't know, these aircraft carriers are just sitting ducks in the middle of the ocean. Submarines might be a better option, right, Peaches? Peaches, would you be a good submarine cat? I don't think so. Anyway, we're going to get into that today. Today is Iran's birthday. Let me load up the charts, and here we go. All right, and I'll come back in. We got 82 people. We're starting to get a little bit more traction here. And let me just get this out of the way. Just burn it. Just burn it. There we go. All right. So the next time I show it, it'll be there. It'll do its thing. It's April Fool's. I always think maybe I should do an April Fool's thing. You know, like I feel so. I used to do April Fool's stuff. Oh, look at that. Look at that reality. But you can't force an April Fool's. It's got to be a good April Fool's. You know what I mean? You can't just be it just can't be a forced April Fool's, or else it doesn't work. All right, let's see. Who do we have? Who's in his house? It's DJ MC, Mr. Michael, Sister Nino. He's like the Ricky Henderson of chat. He's always batting lead off. We got Ms. Behaving too. What's going on there? Jackie Delario. Let's see. We got Centaur Truther. The day of the food. Shout out to my buddy Lawrence up there in Oklahoma. Lawrence's birthday. Lawrence is an interesting character. Man, that guy's got some stories. Let's see. Nancy Carroll. Hello, Nancy Carroll. Lady Lou, full moon in Libra. Pink moon. It's the pink moon. Yes, it's the pink moon. What, you want me to keep petting you? You're demanding. All right, now you're done. See ya. Okay, she is a cat. Moira, NYC, thunderstorms last night led to a beautiful spring morning in the land of Mandani. Hey, whatever happened to Eric Adams, man? I mean, that guy just went like where is he? Did he even, I mean, did the guy even have like a mayoral campaign? I mean, it was weird. It was like, dude, you're not winning. It's Mamdani time. Okay? You're just not. And then not only that, but I guess he's out of jail. I guess that's the main thing. He was a corrupt little motherfucker. But man, he just like disappeared. Just like he never even existed. That's how weird it was. Let's see. Who else do we have here? Debisu. Hello, Debisu. Soul Traveler. Mary Grether. There she is, the lovely and talented one. Best dentist in Austin, easily. Probably Texas. Maybe the world. She might be the best dentist in the world. And I don't say that lightly. Janine. What's going on, Janine? Carol Simpson. Grand rising to you, Carol Simpson. Diane. Hi, Diane. Aloha from New York. Did you catch the full moon? Well, the full moon is with us. I'm catching it right now, even though we can't see it. Looks like it's going to rain here. We could use some rain. How often have you heard that? We could use the rain. Let's see. Love for Gaia. Love for Gaia. Lady Lou's still sleepy. Jim McCarthy. What's up, Jim McCarthy world? Neil Smith. Robin Dan. Bit of a heat wave in New York City. Uh-oh. Heat wave, Mamdani, rolling blackouts. Doesn't sound good. Rafi. What's up, Rafi? Lana Winkler. Hello, Lana Winkler. Sweet Woodruffs. What's up, sweets? Lisa Ann White. She's here. I usually have to work. I can't join chat. But today, good. We're glad you're here. Nancy Carroll. Jay Schaefer checking in from Tucson. Whoever is driving the pink Range Rover, you left your lights on. That's funny. I wonder if an energy weapon was being used. I don't know. I heard that there was some morale issues on the old Gerald Ford. It had been out for a year. Okay. Like you have like out to sea for a year. That's a long time. I think it was the second longest continuous oceanic commission in recent memory. Long time. And Trump announced about Iran tonight. Dang. Trump is he's just talking shit, man. He's the biggest shit talker ever. Let's see. I shook Gerald Ford's hand back in the 70s when he visited, so I have that going for me, which is nice. It's not even his real name. His real name is Leslie King. Gerald Ford, if you go through Kathy O'Brien, not a good man. Truth Social just posted that Iran has asked the U.S. for a ceasefire. Wow. Truth Social. You got to consider your source. I don't hang out on Truth Social. But some people do. I guess this is a good place to hang out. I'd rather hang out on Ice Cream Social. We got Hanging Laundry. What's up, Hanging? Not following the craziness. Good for you. Yes, you should call me up. The number's there. We got Thor at the door. What's up, brother? It is Universal Hump Day. Call this who has to speak to Randy Fix. Popped away. Let's see. Somebody, who was it? It was they're launching Artemis moon mission. So there's our April Fools. Yeah, the whole thing with space is all about, it's a fertility ritual. Rockets are a fertility ritual. That's what they are, right? Because they're phallic, right? And they're penetrating theoretically the atmosphere, and it's the male principle hitting the female principle, which is the moon, right? And what do rockets have? They have payloads, right? They got payloads. That's what they call them, payloads. And it's also another interesting part of American vernacular and slang. So space travel is a fertility ritual. And if you've ever seen the Bezos rockets, they're basically flaming dicks. That's what they are. And so, yeah, here we go. It is a fertility ritual, and we are in spring, right? On a full moon, uh, April Fools, right? It all makes sense. Do you know that NASA in Hebrew means illusion? Have you heard of that? Maybe we're all being fooled by what they're doing. Now, they may have another conveyance of being able to. You know what's coming out a lot is a lot of disclosure stuff is coming out. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, April 6th. Like there's all this buzz around April 6th, and Regulus is going to be right above. I'm pretty sure it's Regulus. It's going to be right above the Great Pyramid in Egypt on April 6th. I'm pretty sure of it. And it's like, supposedly, this will be the beginning of disclosure. It's on Easter. It's going to be on Easter Sunday. It's going to be the beginning of disclosure. Are you ready for disclosure? I mean, we've got this war. How close are you to being ready for disclosure? So this is supposedly how it's going to go down. This is what I've heard. All right, you ready? So there's going to be all these orbs, and the orbs are going to be the announcement that the ETs are among us, right? So we're going to have all these orbs, and a lot of them are going to come out of the ocean. This will be orb sightings, right? Everywhere. We've been leading up to it. Then comes eventually, not long after that, the ET human hybrid disclosure. That comes next, right? ET human hybrid disclosure, meaning that there are ETs that kind of look like humans, but they've been part of this ongoing hybridization program, basically being snatched up, genetically modified, that story, right? But they're different. They're different than humans. Higher IQs, right? And they're here. They're amongst us. They're just different. They cloak themselves, right? So we have those guys. And then they pave the way for basically the gray disclosure, right? This is the disclosure story. And then the gray disclosure leads to like other alien disclosures, right? Like the Nordics and sort of more ETs that sort of look like us. And eventually they just all wind up here. Right. And that is like 50 to 100 years into the future. Like 100 years from now, Earth is like this teeming terminal of extraterrestrial life forms. And we're just sitting here going, oh, shit. We've been here a long time. We haven't really done very much. Look at you guys. Anyway, April 6th, mark it on your calendar. If this is true, then maybe all the other pieces that are supposed to fall out might be true as well. And we're having some very different discussions, aren't we? Just about life and cosmology and Earth in general, if you believe it's real. And it may not be real. It could all just be another big hoax, right? We've been so accustomed to hoaxes that, oh yeah, sure. Oh yeah, you're an alien. I have met hybrid aliens. You can see them. You can see them. They're not hard to spot if you know what to look for. All right. Who else do we have here? Christine Foose. Yes, you need to listen to it earlier in the day. I'm like a supplement early in the day. Let's see. Nancy's got new fave shoes. She got the Ron Jovi surf shop in Florida last year. All right. Rock on, Ron Jovi. So above it, got some cleaning done. Wing Band delivering in Wichita Falls. Ooh. One of my favorite pieces of music of all time, Pat Metheny. As Wichita Falls, so falls Wichita Falls. Calling someone the Ricky Henderson of chat is a prime line. It's true. God, I was, I have shit show up on my YouTube feed, and I'm an Oakland A's fan. It's a hard road, but for a while we were really good. For a while we were really, really good, and the late '80s, man, it was like the Bash Brothers, and they were. I know this is sports, but just please bear with me. I have to exercise this, and we'll get to the weather right after this. YouTube was showing a replay of the 1990 World Series between the A's and the Reds, and I was so looking forward to that World Series. The A's were so fucking dominant that year. So dominant. And they got swept. Oh my God, 4 games. They couldn't even win a fucking game against the Cincinnati Reds. Reds were a good team. They were on one that year. But the Oakland lineup was fierce. I'll tell you the problem with that lineup. Their shortstop was out. Walt Weiss was out. Mike Gallego, nice little player, but he was no Walt Weiss. And Canseco had he got into some kind of a domestic dispute. I think he punched a wall because his wife was driving him nuts, and he had some ligament damage in his hand. So he didn't even have a full Canseco. But Ricky Henderson batted leadoff. Ricky was the man. Rest in peace, Ricky. That was hard. That was definitely hard. Ricky the Capricorn played forever. If you ever, it's like people say, well, astrology is bullshit. Just look at Ricky Henderson's career. And he's a Capricorn. The guy played like 20 seasons. And he still would have played if they would have let him. He probably still could have played. The magic of Capricorn. Capricorn's an underrated sign. Just saying. Underrated sign. Full moon alert. There she is in Libra. And we got a grand trine today. Look at that. Moon, Uranus, Pluto. Grand trine. Cut pattern. Early in the day. It's an very interesting configuration, isn't it? Because we also have the opposition of Neptune, Saturn, and the Sun. So we have this dominant theme, give peace a chance, with the Libra moon. God, you could almost see, right? Like this launch of the Artemis. I mean, you can just see the launch, right? There's the moon. There's the target. There's the feminine here. This is really this is prime masculine, feminine alchemical dynamic today, isn't it? As the moon drifts into opposition with the sun. Aries and Libra. Very interesting. It's like the two forces are demanding our attention. At least in the morning here, we got Saturn Moon. We have the Saturn Moon opposition. I don't know how good that is for productivity. The Libra Moon, being the renter of a Libra Moon, I'm just renting the Libra Moon in this lifetime. But being the renter of the Libra Moon, it's I wouldn't call it the most industrious of moons. Do you know what I mean? It's not. It's the Libra Moon kind of lives for things like cocktail parties and good restaurants and good conversation and design. Like I really got into my porch in this house. Like I've created the best porch in the neighborhood. And I've really taken possession of that porch this year. In fact, I was on my front porch yesterday for about, 5 hours. I have a bench. I bought a red bench for my front porch. I have a red kind of brown terracotta theme going on out there. And I kind of like the desert plants. We kind of live a bit sort of in the Southwest. I got to see my neighbors, waved at my neighbors. Hello. Hi, how you doing? How's the wife? Anyway, Libra Moon, that's what it's good for stuff like that, right? It's aesthetic. It's an aesthetic moon. And it just kind of wants to get along. Let's get along. Let's hang out. Let's get along. Who are you? Tell me about yourself. I'm interested in who you are. It's true. There is that with the Libra Moon. It's there, right? It's there. It's very different than Aries. I'm just setting it up. It's very, very Aries doesn't have time for the Libra Moon. Aries is like, let's get to it. Now. People are saying, Robert, get to the fucking astrology. Like now. I mean, come on, I gotta do shit. But that's part of the dynamic of today. Right? There are the demands of the world and there are the dictates of the spirit. And today is one of those days, right? The dictates of the spirit are going to be the grand trine with Moon trining Uranus. And so the Moon right now is trining Pluto. Look at that. It's exact 5-5. Juno just went into Aquarius. Ooh. This is what we've been waiting for, right? We're getting there. We are getting there, right? When Juno crosses Pluto, we are definitely we're in a new space, man. Literally, figuratively, we're in a new space. Remember when we talked about all these guys, right? And they were back here behind Pluto and then went all across Pluto. And that's when the Epstein moment happened. And I said, this whole thing will be complete once Juno, which was way behind all the planet. By the way, there are some systems that classify Juno as a planet. Did you know? See what I did there? It's true. So something big is coming, right? This is when you get Juno, which is connected to springtime and fertility. I mean, if you're doing a fertility ritual, with a giant phallic rocket with a huge payload headed towards the pink moon. Are you kidding me? The pink moon? And you've got Juno at 0 Aquarius conjuncting Pluto in Aquarius. That there's something there, right? So when you look at a launch like this, it's like, okay, what are they really, really doing? Besides maybe pulling the wool over our eyes. What are they really doing? This is a ritual. This is an esoteric, alchemical fertility ritual. And you can't tell me that they don't know that Juno is conjuncting Pluto. Juno is about, it's about sex, right? It's about fertility. And Pluto is all about the generative aspect, right? That's Pluto. That's what it is. It seeds worlds and it ends worlds. So this is an interesting day. Very interesting day. I don't think these energies are mutually exclusive, though. We still have the ability to be, I would say, productive. Is that the right word? I mean, yeah. I mean, getting shit done. I mean, this is Aries, right? This is like, it's all about the now. Now the sun has kind of cruised past Saturn a little bit. It's still within a 6-degree orb. So we have the Sun-Saturn conjunction. Take care of business. All right. So this is my prescription. This is Dr. Rob's prescription for you today. Take care of business early and go hang out. Go chill. Go play. Go to a bookstore today. You know, if you got a bookstore in your town that serves coffee, remember those places? They were bookstore. I mean, beyond Barnes and Noble. But there were. I used to go to these bookstores. I mean, really good bookstores, and they would have espresso bars, and you know, it was like a precursor to Starbucks or a precursor to Barnes. It was, you know, before the merger of Barnes and Noble and Starbucks, the unholy marriage. If you got one of those, go there, get your work done, get it done, right? Feel like you've accomplished something. Well, the rest of the world is marching off to oblivion, if indeed that's what's happening. And then go chill out, man. Go, you know, get into a conversation with people today. Get into a conversation with people today. We got Mercury almost in an exact trine with Jupiter. Conversation flows. And if you're looking for investment tips, today's a good day. Today is a good day for might even be a good day for investing. I think the propaganda is coming in hot and heavy with that Sun-Jupiter square. Jupiter still conjuncting Sirius, still conjuncting the U.S. Sun, triple conjunction, the 3 suns. You ever see the movie 2010? It's the sequel to 2001. Pretty good movie. Like, you know, underrated. 2010 is underrated. And it stars one of my favorite actors of all time, Roy Scheider. Love Roy Scheider. Rest his soul. You want to see a wild movie? Go watch All That Jazz. Whoa. That movie. I'm a big Bob Fosse fan. I love Fosse's choreography. Fucking genius. Bob Fosse was a bona fide freaky genius. Just hands. Venus has moved into Taurus, and it's squaring Pluto. Ooh. That's some psychological tension in relationship. You ever get in one of those relationships where there's like psychological tension that's actually more like psychosexual tension? You ever get in one of those? And what's weird about those relationships is that your brain kind of gets hooked. You know, it's like a weird sort of neuropeptide thing where you're kind of doing this dance with another person, and there's this edge between the two of you, right? And it's edgy, right? Like you get along, but it's edgy, and then it kind of culminates in like edgy. You know what I mean? Like Venus Pluto square. Venus Pluto squares, if you have them in your chart, you know what I'm talking about. You are drawn to relationships that you feel absolutely compelled to be in, but also trapped and can't get out of. It's one of the harder aspects to have in a chart. It is the Persephone aspect. That's what I call it. It's Persephone in the underworld. We got a little bit of that. Again, I mean, if we're talking, fertility ritual, Venus Pluto square, summoning those forces. This is a potent day, man. And it's April 1st. I mean, we've been in Aries for 11 days now, right? But there's something about April 1st that sets it apart from March 22nd or 21st or wherever it falls in that particular year, right? Because Aries is the first sign, and today is the first day of April. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? There's a power today, right? And even the number one, right? The number one is phallic. It has got a phallic energy behind it. It's like the magician and his wand, right? And in the major arcana, which is Aries. The magician is Aries. If you haven't figured that out, it's Aries. The Fool is Pneuma. It's the realm of the spirit. It is the formless. It is the 0 and the 22. We come in from, we're all fools. We're all fools to come here, right? I mean, this little breakdown on, I used to be big tarot. If I did a tarot channel, let me tell you, I'd give these tarot people a fucking run for their money. Trust me on this. That was my thing in the 90s. Donna Karan, the Donna Karan company used to hire me to do readings for their products in Macy's in San Francisco. Donna Karan started to do these perfumes that look like crystals. Donna Karan was really into like new age shit. Right? I never met her, but I was friends with like the rep, the Donna Karan rep for the band. That was a good gig for that person. My God, really good gig. But if you go back and when you look at, here, we'll do a little tarot. Let's do this. Didn't think I would do this today, did you? You never know what you're going to get here. All right, so I'll show you. Okay. Oh, look at that. Get your little Google. All right, so let's take a look at the. All right, so here we go. Now, when this is the card of incarnation, right? So this is spirit. This is pneuma right here. And then it's a telluric wand, but it's pneuma, spirit, and then the left hand, right? The left hand is pointing downward towards the earth. So this is connecting the heavens to the earth. And then what you have on the table here are the four elements of this world. This is the fifth, right? You have earth, you've got water, you've got fire, and you have air. And so these are the things that we inherit once we come into this world. The fool is the disincarnate self. It is the zero. And then once we incarnate, once we come in, once we make the bridge between the spiritual world, right? The essence of the spiritual world, the ether, we come from the ether, and then we make the connection, right, into 3D. That is the magician. This is the symbol of the magician. It is the one card, and it is, you have the infinity symbol. You also see the infinity symbol over the strength card, which is interesting because the strength card is Leo. Magician card is Aries. So you see the infinity symbol in both of those cards, and they're both connected to fire, right? And then if you look, let's go back to the Google thing. Let's go back to the, it's not quite infinity, but it's kind of close, right? This is supposed to be the orbiter of the moon. So anyway, there's a little tarot for you. This is what the magician represents. He represents the incarnation into the physical with all of the tools of the physical world available: earth, water, fire, and air. And then the fifth element with the telluric wand, which is pneuma, and directing the spirit into the material world. That is the magician card. Today is the magician day. Go out and make some magic. Yeah, I was I was talking with my buddy Lyle. Shout out Lyle. We were texting, and he said, "I missed the weather this morning," and he said, "I'm sure it was kind of a downer." And I'm like, "No, I'm not going there. I'm not part of the Doom Patrol. I'm just not, can't, not, won't, can't, not, won't." In September, August, I think it was really August, I had 35 pounds of water weight. I could barely walk across fucking HEB. And I was mere days from being hospitalized with a serious heart condition. I know what it's like to feel that. And every day is just an absolute blessing. That's what it is. Amidst all of this, and all of this is bullshit on so many levels. But I'll tell you what's really interesting about everything that's going on is that when these events are happening in the succession that they're happening, and we live in really amazing times, believe it or not, they're amazing times. And the reason why these things are happening is because things are speeding up so fast, so quickly, that we're in this cyclotron of change. You're part of it. And round it goes. Where it stops, nobody knows, right? I mean, this is, and you can't get off the ride. I mean, you're on the ride, so you may as well enjoy the ride. you may as well find the irony, and not it can be a dark irony. I know Neil is listening, but it doesn't always have to be, right? All right, let's get into Iran. I gotta shift gears here. Here, let me just close this section off. It's April 1st. It's the full moon in Libra. We just talked about all these fertility rituals, the symbol of incarnation, right? All these things. What are you going to do with it? Today is the day of the magician. Go make some magic. Go make some magic. If you go out to lunch, leave a big tip, right? Like, throw down a 10. If the tip is supposed to be 3 or 4, throw down a 10. What's 6 or 7 extra bucks going to cost you? I tell you what it'll do to that person that gets that $10 bill, who normally gets $3 or $4. It's like, they're like, wow, this is a really good tip, right? And you create magic. Go forth and create some magic. All right, let's take our star of the day. Let's see. Banner up. There we go. True Hemp Science. Oh man! I finally. I don't mean to get in on Chris's time here, but I finally had the third flavor in the new toothpaste from Silver Botanicals. Oh boy. Can't wait to start selling that stuff. You guys are going to love these toothpastes. Really cool shit. All right, but let's talk about Chris. And we'll do a little screen share here. And let's burn through this. Right there. All right. There we go. So True Hemp Science is your one-stop shop for all things CBD. And you want a little bit of a mood lift, like the Artemis right there. You got your gummies. You got moon dust. You got starlight, moonlight. It's all there. It's all alchemical. And these products are organic. They are tested, lab tested. They've got long-term and short-term use. You go there, spend $100 or more, type in 15MINS. You'll get the goodie bag on top of your order. And then you support a business that is, it's a local business. Chris is a Pisces. He could use the support. Love a Pisces. TrueHempScience.com. There you go. Let's talk Iran. I don't have a lot of time left, but let's talk Iran. I really want to spend more time in this chart. I think I will over on 15. Link in the description. And this is a pretty iconic photo. This is when the Shah is deposed and the Ayatollah comes in. And this is when they decide that they're going to be. And what's interesting is, like, Iran's birthday is April 1st, April Fools. What's really going on with Iran? Right? Like, how much did they fool us? Right? How much Iran foolery is going on right now? I mean, look at Neptune on the ascendant. I mean, there's something about, like, Neptune on the ascendant and it being like a cleric state or a theocratic religious state, which it became once this clown came in or back. You know, the weird part about that is that the Shah exiled him. He said, "Get out, leave. You must leave. Go to France. They love you there. Go, leave." Like, why didn't the Shah just kill him? You know what I mean? Why didn't he just kill him? His son got killed, kind of accidentally, apparently. I'm talking about the Ayatollah son. Could you imagine having sex with the Ayatollah? Those eyes looking at you. Yes. Yes. Anyway, just keep telling yourself, it's Sean Connery. It's Sean Connery. This is really bombed. Anyway, Neptune on the ascendant. Yes, it's theocratic. It's in Sagittarius. And if I'm not mistaken, let's make this bigger. Bring it a little big here. And if I'm not mistaken, Neptune, let me get my glasses out here. Yeah, it's hard for me. It's retrograde. So you got a retrograde Neptune. You got a Mercury retrograde. You're starting a country under a Mercury retrograde. Not always the best idea, right? Not always the best idea. But if you look at this chart, you can fucking see what's going on. Like Mars in Pisces. Oh, geez. Where have we seen Mars in Pisces? Yeah. Coming to an astrological podcast near you. Mercury, retrograde Pisces. All this stuff has happened during this period of time where Mercury is retrograde, Mars is in Pisces, right? It's all there. Like we're in Iran's fucking chart with these aspects. And Mercury's retrograde and Neptune is retrograde. A lot of retrograde in this chart. A lot of retrograde. People ask me about Iran. I say a lot of retrograde. There's a lot of retrograde there. We got them. But Neptune on the ascendant is also, we don't really know what's going on. And the thing about having Neptune on the ascendant or being a Pisces rising, right, which, the two sort of have they've got an astrological relationship together, is that they serve as mirrors. Neptune, like it could be anything you want it to be. It could be anything you want it to be. It could be a completely theocratic, monstrous, terrible, medieval, not nice to women place. It's such a fascinating dynamic with Neptune on the ascendant because people see this country differently. There are some people that'll say, oh yeah, man, these people, no problem. We got them. We got them right where we want them. They're evil. We got to liberate them. Right. And then that's Neptune, right? It's all Neptunian. It's all about the vibes. Oh, we need to, if we did that with every country in the world, we'd spend the next 3 centuries just fucking liberating all these corrupt governments on the planet. But I'll tell you what, man, you can see also that this is, if they go through this and they decide they're going to go ground war, it's not going to go well. It is not. They got the sun in Aries in the 4th house. Are you kidding me? No, it's not going to go well. People will fight there. They will fight. And yeah, maybe Trump can pull a rabbit out of the hat and do his negotiation, and maybe it's all just, smoke and mirrors with Neptune on the ascendant anyway, right? But I would not launch a ground war with a country that has the sun in Aries in the 4th house. Just saying, right? Just saying. And you can even see like the missile ship from Iran. Like think of this as, this is the horizon, right? So this is below. And then here's the sun, Aries, right? We're back into like the phallic projectile, right? With Pluto, death, 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 right? That's what's going on there. You got Pluto in the 10th house. There's no in-betweens with Iran. You're going to feel a certain way about the place. With Pluto in the 10th house, it's like, no, there's no in-between. You're either going to be like, okay, they've got what they've got. They're doing what they're doing, whatever, right? Or it's like, fuck those people. Fuck them. We got to take them down. They're fucking evil. They sponsor evil. And they've got Trudeau and Saturn in the 9th house in Virgo. This is not a country that lays down and planning. They've been planning for this for a while now. Can you negotiate with them? Well, I think you could have. I don't know how it's going to go down now. Anything is possible, right? You could have Donald Trump come in at the 11th hour and, oh, look what I did. See, I mean, it's all possible. With Neptune on the ascendant, what do we really know? This is what I'm getting at. What do we really, really know about this place? Not a lot. I can tell you that. We know what we project onto it. And we don't even have real news anymore, like, boots on the ground. We used to have boots on the ground people. Not anymore. Anyway, I'll talk more about Iran over on 15. All right. That's your True Hemp Science start of the day. Happy birthday, Iran. There's some people, how could he wish them a happy birthday? He must be a progressive. He must be a liberal. He probably has TDS. No, I don't have TDS. I just grew up in a different time. I watched Nixon get sacrificed, God damn it. Changed my life as a kid. It made me, I'm serious, man. It made me partly who I am. Became very cynical. I was into Nixon as a kid. He was my guy. He was our president. Last best president we ever had. All right, I'm out of here. Please join me on 15 Minutes of Flame. Link is in the description of the show. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to like on the way out. Subscribe if you are into this. Share it with your friends if you think they'll like it. If you want to keep your friends, maybe you don't want to share it. Some people do. And then they'll go, why'd you send me this shit? When does he even talk about astrology? He's negative. Well, he's kind of interesting. Well, I guess if he's interesting for you. All right. See you guys. Have a great day. Carpe diem.